Hello everyone, this is Kiran Infinity from Actionable Automation channel. Um, whoever is not following or not aware of about my channel, you can go to the www.youtube.com/automation. You can get to know, and you can find out, or you can find out the links in the description as well about my YouTube channel and the blog that I have maintaining so for past 1 year. Okay, so without further delay, let me start to this session. So the topic that I'm discussing from the management objective, which is my channel one of the objectives. Okay, this is the first assistant that I'm going to discuss in this particular session, as well as I'm going to publish the detailed notes on the this particular project management assistant. The target audience might be, test lead or project lead or any of the, test managers, whoever is have not visited this particular, assistant exclusively for the, PMI members. It's not available for the general public. Okay, if you're a PMI member, you can able to access this particular assistant that I'm going to talk about today. Okay. So this is the one PMI Infinity. So that has come from the Project Management Institute. The PMI is basically for providing the sources for the project management and providing the various permanent certifications in the project management domain. It covers all the industries, all the management principles, and including AI advancements and SI strategy and ethics as well. Okay, so that's about the PMI. This particular instance is only available for the PMI members. It's not for the generic public. So whoever is have not visited PMI members, they can easily go through this particular section and understand. And whoever is not having the PMI member also can go through this particular session and understand what are the the facilities and what are the advantages that PMI is providing to the public, so that membership by membership, so we can get the advantage. So without further delay, so basically it is the AI powered assistant. So far we have seen the various assistants in the technical area, coding or test analysis or test automation assistants that I have discussed so far in the last year. Okay, this particular assistant have released way back in the 1 year, the beta release started in the month of January 2004, and post that one, it has released to the public and available to the PMI community. Okay, so far we have seen the technical field and how the code is being generated. But this particular assistant is mainly focused on the project management, the principles and related domains. Okay, so since I have experience in the the 2 decades of experience in this particular IT industry, also I'm a PMI member and a PMP certified professional, so that I can able to easily connect this particular assistant and understand what it is providing and what kind of analysis it is providing. And I have been following past 1 year and doing some kind of exploration in this the domain as well, not only technical in the management domain, also I have experience, and I'm exploring and what are the advancements that is being AI being is creating. So with that one, I got knowledge on this particular assistant. So that's why I have plans. Since now, since it is well matured and evolving to the needs of the industry, So I thought of publish this particular session and article so that it will be useful to the audience, not only PMI community. It is general public also. It is useful. Okay, so let's get into the details. So, like other articles, I have come up with a short program which starts from the fundamentals to the core to understand what exactly that particular resistant, and finally I'll finish up with the review of this particular the program, how we can review the GenAI response. Okay, to start with the base, this is my first component in any of my story. So that includes the PMI Infinity generation and components, how it is generated, this particular assistant, and what are main components it comprises. And finally, what I'm going to achieve out of this particular component is understanding the fundamentals of this particular assistant. And followed by core, which mainly talks about how we can play with this particular assistant, and what are the various avenues we can generate out of this particular assistant. So mainly it is a AI powered PM coach, and so what I can do out of this particular assistant? I can do brainstorm in general in traditional way. So two peers sit together and do a brainstorm on that particular challenge. But now you have a one digital assistant as a companion with you, and you can do whatever you want, and you can brainstorm in different ways, and you can derive the solution out of that one, and you can use it in your the project. So as per the need. Okay, and finally a review. So a review is very key in the GenAI assistant response that you are considering. Okay, so I explained my previous sessions. So how to for coding side you have certain factors you need to consider, and if you are doing the analysis side, or if you are generating the test case using the some kind of assistant, then there is a different set of checkpoints that you need to follow. And similarly here also I have listed out few checkpoints that needs to be taken care before you are making this particular response as a readiness for your need. Okay, so this is about the program that I'm going to talk about in the next slides. Okay, let's start with fundamentals. PMI Infinity generation, how this particular assistant has been generated. So it is powered by the ChatGPT technology. If you have familiar with the ChatGPT, then you can easily understand. And if not, you can go to the ChatGPT and you can do some kind of exploration. You will understand. Okay, so ChatGPT is the general purpose AI assistant. Okay, so based on the technology, this particular PMI Infinity has been developed. So the model, it is uses the ChatGPT model, that is the general purpose, but it is integrated with the PMI's proprietary knowledge base. PMI is project management. It has a vast amount of knowledge base. It's not about one year. It has decades of history in the project management domain side, and it has vast amount of assets, articles, sessions, and guides. Everything is available, and those are knowledge base integrated with this particular model that we call it as a RAG. So it's not a general purpose. Yes, it is a general purpose, but it is integrated with the RAG architecture. The purpose of the RAG architecture is retrieve the information from the specific knowledge base. Okay, so that's kind of architecture. We call it as a RAG architecture. To develop any of the AI assistant, there are certain architectures are available. So out of those architectures, based on their need, PMI has used RAG architecture because their knowledge base has a number of guides, articles, sessions, everything is available. So whenever any user asks, it has to retrieve the information from their knowledge base, not as a generic response. Okay, so in order to have that kind of a the functionality from the model side, they integrated RAG architecture. Nowadays, every organization or most of the the vendors are following the RAG architecture based on their need. Okay, if at all they wanted to have a general purpose, yeah, they can improvise the chat GPT model, or they wanted to connect to their own knowledge base. In such case, so that what are the information that is giving the responses very accurate to the need. Okay, so that's why they have implemented this one. Suppose you have one organization and you have huge amounts of, suppose you are running one law firm. Okay, law organization, you have a number of assets are available in your domain. So that domain has easily accessible to the your end users by sending some kind of a simple prompts format. In such case, what you have to do, you need to follow this one, RAG architecture, so that it retrieves information almost accurate to the what user is, asked to get that information. Okay, that's why we call it as the RAG architecture. Once the moment when you suppose, what it does is, simply I will explain RAG architecture so that you can easily understand. Suppose this is the AI assistant, general purpose AI assistant. Okay, this is the user. Okay, we'll prompt one prompt. What? Hey, he will ask just generic one simple term. Get the details of risk management. What it does is, in general purpose, the response is okay. You just give the one. Okay. Details like, yeah. It will give the start with the risk identification. Okay, planning, response. Okay, and mitigation. Like this, generally it will give. Sometimes this may not be authenticated. Okay, it may not be a information that you ask that related, but in the what RAG architecture does, this is the AI assistant. The moment you receive prompt from the user, same prompt, give details of risk. So what this assistant does is, so it has a as a information knowledge base. This we call it as a PMI knowledge base. So it will search to this particular database, specialized database. So all this kind of things are following the vector database they are following, so that it can easily search and retrieve the information. There is a technology behind that one. So this particular knowledge base is integrated with this assistant. First, it will go to it will not directly give the response based on its generally trained model. First, it will go and it will search and pick the relevant information, relevant content, and then generalize that. Whatever the topics that based on this query, it will generalize and retrieve the information. In that information, what it will have, almost that information is risk accurate, and it will give the source, and it will give the additional articles, and if you ask for any summarization, it will summarize. Okay, this kind of this one. Whereas general purpose, it won't give any source of information. It directly summarize and give the generic details, because this particular model runs on huge amount of data which is generally available. But in this case, this particular assistant will integrate with this particular have already integrated with the PMI knowledge base, so it can easily extract relevant information along with the source details as well. I'll show you in the demo as well. Okay, this we call it as a RAG. Suppose now we are integrated, this assistant is integrated with the PMI. Suppose I have an assistant that is related to the law. Okay, suppose you have such kind of information, and you can integrate even the database with this particular model. You can retrieve whatever the information you want in a whatever your end users are expecting. That is one example. Or else you have a healthcare domain, and you have a healthcare chains are available, knowledge base is available. You can integrate like that. You can create your models on top of the ChatGPT or Anthropic, right? Claude or Perplexity.ai, and that integrated with this specialized knowledge base, so that the information that you are presenting to the end user is very much accurate with authenticated sources of information from your knowledge base. Okay, that's about, we call it as a RAG architecture. Now I'll switch over to this one. So in the year it has in the month of February it has released with the model 3.5. Now it is transition to the latest model, that is ChatGPT 4.0. Okay, so it has completely transition with the latest model. Okay, so that they have named it as a PMI Infinity. Okay, what are the components it has? There are 4 key components it has. Chart capability. So if you have experience in the ChatGPT, you have a chart interface, or if you have explored the Microsoft Copilot, you have the chart interface. Even for the Claude or Perplexity.ai, you have chart interfaces available to send the prompt to the AI system via GUI layer. Similar kind of interface we have. And then they have incorporated a prompt library. They are not asking an user to, hey, generate, provide your prompts and do. So upfront, they are giving they have provided the predefined prompts specific to each category. The categories are like Agile, AI, project management, or ethics related, okay, and strategy related, like that. I'll show you in the demo. So various kinds of categories are available. They have provided the prompt library so that we can choose whatever we want, or we can write our own prompt, and we can do brainstorm with the digital assistant. Okay. The next one is the guided experience. They have added certain widgets which gives the end user to the explore on few topics so that it is useful to the community. They can take the information and generate their own avenues based on that information. And then tools. The tools are like, suppose in the project management domain, you have certain the templates are available, checklists are available. Okay, templates are, for example, you have a risk management plan or a risk register or a project charter or a communication plan. So it will give you those details. So it can able to generate. There are few only they have included. They are going to modernize this particular section as well in the going forward. So that's what I'm expecting, because as of now only two tools are available, and that the based on our prompts, we can generate our own the templates, and we can customize and use it in our in the project, because that kind of standards are coming from the project management institute, so that itself is a standard have been using across the project as well, but it is customizable. Okay. And the next is, there are other the few additional features. One is upload document in chart. See, if you have explored Copilot, my MS Copilot, or ChatGPT, you will find the one chart icon in the chart interface. So what it does is, it will take the text document and it will analyze, and it will give the summarize that information, or whatever you want, you can do it. It is purely text based. So here currently this particular system support the text to text the model, and it will analyze, summarize the information, and giving back to the end user whatever they are expecting. Okay. And the next one is downloadable documents and templates. Yes, this is right. Suppose you have asked one question related to the agile. What it does is, it will give the information. In addition to that one, it will also give the document or guide available in the PMI knowledge base. It will give to the forum. Okay. So that kind of flexibility available in this particular assistant. And then predefined prompts. They have added predefined prompts in the welcome in the first screen, so you can reuse, or you can explore those kind of prompts as well. And the next one is the Infinity prompt library submission. So they have given the few this particular the feature to add PMI community to provide the prompts, so that will be reviewed by the body of the body from the PMI team, and they will publish to the this particular assistant, because there are the project management is a vast domain, and it has various kinds of challenges, risks, or the information that we need to explore. It's a huge, right? So it's a good that when they have given this kind of facilities, so that we can save and we can send the prompts to the, we can submit prompts to the PMI, and they'll review it and publish into the PMI Infinity. So in this one, I already submitted two and waiting for the response from the PMI team. So this is overall about the fundamentals of PMI Infinity AI Assistant, and I hope you are clear on these fundamentals, and I'll walk through a demo in the next session. Thanks for watching this session, and I'll catch you in the next session. Thank you. Bye. Hello, welcome back. So we are at core component, explore PM by AI coach. So in this session, I'm going to discuss in detail on the PMI Infinity. So challenge, ideate, explore. Okay. So based on these three factors, entire show of the PMI Infinity will follow. Okay. Challenge need. Suppose you're working on one project, you have certain challenge. Either it is in the planning or in the design phase or a development phase or in the execution phase or somewhere. Supposing if it is a agile development, okay, you are following the nowadays maximum projects are running on the agile development. In the Scrum model, or few projects are running on the Kanban model. Okay, suppose you have certain issue on the sprint model. Okay, so you wanted to have certain ideas or how to resolve this particular challenge. Okay, so in such case, how to get the various the various ideas to resolve this particular challenge, or you wanted to some information on the particular Kanban model. In such case, how to get that person, how to get that from the authenticator source. So these two factors I figured in the two areas, that is information. The second one is the problem statement. Problem statement comes under the challenge, and information, you wanted to something know about that one. You wanted to explore the concept of this particular model or concept of this particular sprint planning in case of agile, or you are working on healthcare domain. So you wanted to clarify how the plan to be created for the healthcare. Okay, so or you are working on an e-commerce project and you wanted to explore how best you can create the project plan for that particular the domain related project. So that we call it as a information. Okay, so what it includes: information and problem statement. So I will explain you information such as concepts, fundamentals of PM streams, agile practices, checklists, and templates. You can query simple one statement. You can, hey, please provide the template of the risk register. Please provide the template of communication plan. Like that you can. Okay, you can query it. That we call it as a information. Problems such as real world PM challenges, industry specific risk, strategy or implementation issues. See, while you are dealing with any of the GenAI assistant, you have to take care the providing information to the assistant, because the information is secured. You should not share any of your proprietary information or any of your corporate information while you are working with the GenAI assistant, because we need to maintain the secure the privacy of the organization that you are working, and whatever the information that you are you wanted to brainstorm with the GenAI assistant, that you need to start with the synthetic data. Okay, instead of putting your own organization name, you can put in a different name where so and so organization, or you can craft your challenge in such a way that you should not originate your challenge that is related to the project that you are working. So you need to craft in such a way that it will, you have to make that particular challenge in general way, get the information as much as possible by brainstorming with the digital assistant, because we need to maintain the privacy of the information. That is because this is a assistant. What is happening behind that we don't know. Okay, that's why every organization, they are emphasizing on the AI ethics, that you should know what your organization is emphasizing on the ethics side. So while you are working on any of the GenAI assistant, you need to be take care of your privacy. Similarly, in this particular assistant also, since it is you are asking a particular challenge that related to your project. So while you are asking this particular project, that particular challenge, that particular information, you should not keep any of your project related names or your organization names. Instead of that one, you can put in a different way and ask the information and get the details. Okay, so in the problems such as real world PM challenges, suppose the real world PM challenges means, hey, uh, I'm working on so and so retail domain project where the project plan is not going in the right, the plan is not going in right direction, and what are the risk that we experience immediately by having this kind of nature of the challenge. So that way you can ask. Okay, and industry specific risks. Suppose you wanted to know about healthcare, the management side. You wanted to, some risks are available. What are the risk that you wanted to include in your project plan, so that you can visualize this kind of risk and you can get some ideas. Okay, because it's search for the PMI database, and will give the information that you may use it. You can customize and use it for your purpose. Strategy or implementation issues. Suppose you have certain issues and you wanted to implement, resolve that issues, so that it should not occur in the future as well. So you wanted to have a long-term strategy. In such case, how you can get the that kind of strategies inputs so that it is useful. Okay, so that's about the challenge and need. So that is where the input, the start, the this particular workflow. The next is ideate. How you can do ideate with digital assistant. Okay, there are certain ways. See, you have a digital assistant, you need to talk with digital assistants. Okay, it's not that in a proper way you need to talk. In my previous technical sessions also, we have come across various assistants, and we have followed certain predefined structure of the prompts. Similarly, we need to follow in this particular assistant as well, so that your input should be good, so that you will get the correct output. Okay, so if you are giving incorrect information or insufficient information, the assistant definitely will give the inaccurate information. That might be inappropriate, or it will create some kind of hallucination. Okay, inappropriate information that is not relevant to the whatever you asked, because the ask that you have given is very insufficient, so that it will not give the right information. So for the any of the Gen AI assistant, you need to feed the information as much as possible. That is one way. The second way is you need to ask a right information in the right way. Okay, then you will get the response that you are expecting, and you can customize on your need, based on your need. Okay, so how to talk with the AI assistants? So we have a certain techniques are available. We need to use those techniques in a natural language format and send that information to the AI assistants and get the response in a right way. So from the PMI side, in the assistant, they have provided all the featured and predefined prompts that you can reuse it. Okay, so suppose those featured or predefined prompts are, you are not able to reuse those things because your challenge is different. Your way of asking, the information that you are looking is different. That is not available in the featured or the predefined prompts. In such case, you need to apply the prompting techniques. The prompting techniques are like zero shot, few shot, and chain of thought prompts. Zero shot is like just directly asking, hey, can you provide the checklist of communication management, or can you provide the checklist of the risk management, or can you provide the checklist of review process. So like that you can ask. That is the direct. You are not giving any examples or anything. So in the few shot, you need to provide some examples. Hey, I am working on so and so. So this is the example that I am looking at. Can you provide the information based on this example? Okay. So what it does is, it will analyze this particular example, and your query it will analyze and provide the response based on that example. So that means you are providing some input to the assistant, so that you are expecting certain kind of information. So accordingly, it will generate that information based on your example and gives back. Okay, suppose you are given the example like, hey, So I'm, looking at, the risks are, like in the communication phase, so and so you have given. So can you provide the examples in the closing with this particular the project, so that it will provide the examples related to that closing the project. Okay, and then the chain of thoughts. The next technique is chain of thoughts. So what happens is you have one big problem. So you have to provide in such a way that in a stages wise, so that you will analyze, provide the information. Again, you can communicate with the assistant with the continuous the prompting, so that you will give the information. And the initial prompt, you have to give the, hey, okay, you need to get the plan. Based on that plan, what is the risk that you are expecting? So that is that is the second chain that you have asked. Okay, if you are giving that particular the risk, and which group is mostly impacting based on that particular risk. So there are three objectives that you have the provided in this particular prompt, that we call it as a chain of thought. Okay, so these are the techniques that we need to follow. So these are the same techniques that we have used in the general purpose assistants as well. Like if you go to the chat GPT or MS Copilot, you can use same similar kind of techniques there as well, and you'll get the information. So based on your need. Okay, the same kind of techniques will be reused in the this PMI assistant as well, Infinity assistant as well. Okay, so and another one is the detailed and role based prompts. You have to give the entire story, you have to give the clear context. Okay, and you need to, suppose you are given the, hey, okay, I have created this one, so the this sprint planning, and you need to ask, hey, you act as a scrum master role and provide additional information based on this sprint planning, so that it will give the information based on your prompt. So you need to give the detailed information such a way that, so it will understand what is the role and what is the information that you are asking, and other based on other details also you can get it. Okay, that's we call it as a detailed and role based prompts. So for example, in the general purpose, suppose you wanted to create a one particular table of records, test data you need to create. So in order to create a test data properly by the general assistant, you need to provide, hey, so and so columns, and delimited in the stars, and so and so columns, data type is string and integer and boolean, like that kind of detailed information you need to give, so that it can easily create accurately the test data that you are expecting. So likewise, you need to provide the details in this one specific to the your need. So whatever the information that I have mentioned over here you can see. So leverage featured or predefined prompts, and you can leverage it across all categories ranging from the PM streams to the Agile AI, as well as ethics. Also, there is a placeholder is available. You can query it for ethics, and strategy and governance also it is available, and apply prompting techniques to achieve the best response. So like as I said, you need to apply these techniques and describe the problem statement focusing on context, role, and expected output. Okay, these are the common things that you need to take care while you are working on any of the generalized assistant, as well as the PMI Infinity assistant as well. Okay. So finally, you need to explore. Okay, you have done the challenge, you have the challenge, and you have the ideate. You need to create. That's why I call in my previous sessions also I told about the creative thinking while you are working on the AI assistant. So that you need to adapt. Okay. The more you creative, the more you get good information. So it is finally powered by the ChatGPT for capabilities, and text-based processing and test document analysis Not only your prompts analysis it will does, you can give this certain information communication plan is there, and you can feed that document and ask the assistant, hey, can you generate the risk based on this particular communication plan? So it will generate, or some kind of useful information you want out of that communication plan. Okay, or else you are new to the project and you have a communication plan, you can ask assistant to the summarize, but at the same time your privacy is you need to maintain. Okay, and then explore. Final stage is explore. Okay, it has given the certain information based on your initial prompt. Later on, it will give the certain sources of the information, and what you have to do is you need to explore more on that information until you reach a required information. So until you get the detailed responses, follow-up questions, and the guided links to the PMI library, the templates artifacts generated based on the prompts. So you need to explore. So it will give the assistant will give you that information, but it's not final. You have to explore, and you need to understand your need. Based on that one, you get the information and try to explore more and get the right information and do customize in the next stage. So this is what that I have visualized this particular PMI Infinity instant in three stages, that is challenge, ideate, and explore. Okay, I've been using this particular assistant in the past 8 months, and following this kind of strategy. Okay, now let's explore, and I have come up with two prompts. I'll walk through PMI assistant. There are the two prompts that I have. One is I am working on a software development project. For example, here I have given the example and e-commerce portal, and provide the probable risk that the prone to occur in the development phase of the e-commerce portal. So I'm asking what kind of risk that I can get. Okay, the second prompt is I'm asking assistant here, you act as a Scrum Master role. Provide best practices to adapt while working on Agile project management for Scrum model project, and provide response in tabular format. I'm asking assistant to provide your response in the tabular format. And also again, this is we call it as a role, and I have combined role and the chain of thought, and categorize the best practices from the product backlog to sprint closure to how best practices are helpful to effective Agile project management. So I wanted to know what in detail, because it has knowledge base and good amount of articles are available. Based on that one, it will summarize and gives the right information. So because I have certain ideas, certain experience, and I know I can write, but I wanted to fine tune my information so that my plan, my strategy for my the project, so that it will be effectively I can present it, right? Let's see the demo and how these prompts will work by the Infinity Assistant. So I have already available, because I'm PMI member and accessible to this particular assistant. So here this is the infinity.pmi.org. So this is the when you launch this one. So suppose I'm closing this one. I have this one. I'm launching this one. So this is the landing screen. Okay, this is the screen that I have mentioned. This is the base learning screen here. So these are the predefined prompts. Okay, if at all if you want, you can reuse these things. Okay, or else you can ask. This is the chart, and this is the one that you can upload your attachment. Okay, or else you can provide your information. So let's talk about the 4 components that I have talked about. That is a chart. This is the one. This is the prompt library. So this is the predefined prompts. See, these are the categories, topics they have mentioned: Agile, AI, and business analysis, change management, ethics, governance, portfolio management, program management, risk management, because it covers all from the project to the program to the portfolio. Okay, so under strategy and sustainability also it is available. So this is guided experience. The guided experiences are widgets are they have given. See here, constructive email writer, how we can write the email, or ensuring trust for the AI. So in your organization, so you might have articles related to the ethics, AI ethics. This is also similar to that one. How we can ensure trust for the AI. Okay, leading the projects effectively. How we can do it. This is the guided experience. They have included these uh, widgets, and it has certain information is available. I'll walk through. And then finally, another component is tools. This is the project chapter and risk management. It will generate the project chapter and give it to you, or else you can prompt it. Okay. Now let's start with this particular screen. Suppose I have a PMI certifications. I wanted to know what are the PMI certifications are available. So okay, I'm clicking on this one. See here. So here it is written some the prompt it is. See, I'm project manager exploring certifications and would like to compare these certifications. Okay, create a comparison chart outlining all these certifications. This should include a prerequisites, average study time, etc. and uh, create your information. This is the detailed prompt it has written. Okay, to generate the accurate information. See. So certifications, each certification, and they're expecting in the tabular format. If you see here, this should include prerequisite, so on, so on, so, and maintain the certifications, creating a compelling case, ensuring to include hard facts and statistics that I can use my employee to justify their investment by training and exam costs, emphasizing the improved performance of a PMI project managers and the benefits of employer will review. Okay, so create a comparison chart outlining all these certifications. So they have asked what kind of format and what kind of comparison they have mentioned. So that's why it has given the information of each certification. And they also asked about here in the exam costs, okay, to justify from their employer. So these things, what are the PDUs they will get. Okay, so this kind of information, so that's why. So what I wanted to say from here is you need to provide the detailed prompt so that you will get the right information as you expected. Okay, so and also it is generalized the information. Okay, it is provided the improved performance PMI certified project managers. What is the benefits to the employer? So and also sources from where it has taken pmi.org and section certification page 1. So if you go this one, so in this one it has given this source, whereas in the generalized resistance you will not get this kind of information. So how it is possible? Because it is integrated with the PMI knowledge base and it has given the from where it has taken this one. Okay, this is the one. And then PMI certifications for every stage of your career. Contributed by this particular organization, they have integrated with the PMI, and then it has listed out. And then there are related questions. Okay, if at all you wanted to explore, suppose you can click on this one. So here for PMI members, they do not have any token limitation in this particular one, because if you go to the chat GPT for free users, it has a token limit. Okay, for here we do not have anything, a number of responses you can generate. So this is the detailed information it is provided. Okay, let's go back to the chart, and so project health quick check questionnaire. Let's see what is it will come. So create an email questionnaire aligned to the PMI principles and best practices for performing a project health check, covering areas such as scope, schedule, budget, quality, and stakeholder satisfaction. See, this is the information. Like this, you can craft your prompt in this one, which I have shown in the slide. Similarly, you can craft it and you can get the information. So this is how we can reuse the existing prompts as per and get the information and take this information and you can reuse it, customize as per your need. Okay. Okay. Let's switch over to the prompt library. In the prompt library, see here, what are the prompts are available here. If you go here, okay, view SL prompts. Okay, so far these prompts are available in this one. You can see what is the continuous user feedback, how it would be. You can click on this one. Develop a strategy for integrating continuous feedback from users into the development cycle in the agile environment. So it has given the establish user working groups, regular feedback sessions, prioritization of functionality, and user acceptance testing, continuous communication, iterative development, this kind of information. And from where he had taken, it has given the sources of this information as well. Okay. And then additional questions. Hey, how can user working groups effectively, formed and manage a agile environment? You can click this one. So it has given the, identify key roles, different roles and responsibilities, regular meetings and communication. So the library transition to the agile methods in this particular source it has taken. Suppose if I go this one. So someone has written this article and published in the PMI. So it has referred this particular article and given the information. Okay. So like that you can use a number of, whatever the information that you want and you can take it. Otherwise, before I send this came into picture, you need to search in the PMI library and find out different articles and you yourself have to, summarize and get that information. So it reduces that kind of activity and provide the information as per your need. Okay, so this is one way of getting the information from the prompt library. For example, what is the AI advancements in the prompt? Suppose they have given the few prompts for here. What is the how we can adapt the strategy, AI adapts strategy in the project management. How AI for risk management. Okay, for example, let's see this one. What is the full prompt? So you are leading a project, the project to implement AI-driven analytics in your organization. Outline the steps you would, take to ensure successful adoption and value generation from these AI tools. So it has given the certain information based on the articles available in the PMI knowledge base. Okay. So it has aligned plans and goals, established cross-functional team, and ethical and regulatory compliance. This is what I am emphasizing. Okay, when you are working on any of the generalized AI assistant, data standards, test systems, train staff, and scale adoption. These are the information it has given, and then at the same time bring AI to your projects. This is one article, AI-led project management implementation. It is available in the second page, and it has given. And if you see here, let's see. See here in this article, bring AI to projects. So these are the professors has given this information and it has taken that information and given the response. Okay. So this we call it as the sources of the additional sources or links or templates. Sometimes it will provide. Okay. So now this is about the prompt library and guided experience. If you see here, suppose how we can lead the projects, leading the projects effectively. Let's see what it does. Because I have already created, that's why suppose I'll delete this one. I have already explored this particular component. Again, I'll do it. See, co-created by Center of Creative Leadership and Project the PMI Institute. They have collaborated with this particular organization, and this guided experience takes on a quest to understand, diagnose, and take action on the leadership in your project team. Are you ready to begin? I'll say yes. Okay, great. It will give the certain the lessons. Okay, how we can start the leadership in the project. Great. Let's get started. Our guided experience leading projects effectively using AI, right? That we have selected using the direction, alignment, commitment, framework. It has given certain framework how we can start, how we can lesson start. Okay. And goal of the lesson, the object of this session, this lesson is to help you understand, diagnose, take action on leadership in your project team according to DAC model. This is the model it is suggesting, and it has created the lessons for you and expected learning outcomes, final quiz it has given. Okay. We will explore the differences between leadership and management, DAC framework, and you need to prompt this one. Are you ready to continue? Yes, it will go. Wonderful. Whatever the lessons that he has listed, right? Each lesson it will list out the topics. DAC framework. Key topic question. Can you explain how leadership is different from the management and why both matter for success in your project team? Guided experience. It has given the leadership, management, why both matter, and practical examples also it is giving. I think this is a very great feature to explore more on certain things. So please share your thoughts or an example from your experience. It is asking me to give the information. Okay, like this we can continue this particular use the guided experience component, and coming to the tools. So in this one they have included project charter and risk management plan. Let's see. Click on this risk management plan. Get started. You can view full terms of use here or get started. So it is asking certain information. Okay, here we need to ensure we should not disclose our privacy of the organization that we are working or any of the project that we are working in a different way. In a different, you need to provide the the synthetic data so that it will not disclose the privacy of the the information or the organization that you are working it. Once you provide this information, it will generate the risk management based on that one, because there are certain states are available that will generate based on that information. Okay, this is about the tools component that we have in this one. Okay, and then let's give our own prompt that we have identified over here. Okay. So now here, okay, let's see. See here, performance issues, scope creep, rework, customer dissatisfaction, immature technologies, stakeholder, and declining project morale. Like this, and a summary it has given the information. Okay, and then along with that one I have given the generalized one the prompt based on my challenge, my information or my plan, and then hey, related that one it has the point out. Okay, towards successful project management e-commerce projects, some article it is available, so it found that article and given you. See here. So you can refer this entire particular article which is related to your e-commerce project, so that you can take the right information. This is authenticated information. So it was the published with someone in the PMI team, and the reference also available here. Okay. So this is how we can reach to the authenticated information from the PMI library, and you can refine your required information. Okay, and also you can click on any of the questions, you can get to the information. Okay, and then let's switch over to the next prompt. So again, I'm giving the next prompt. Act as I'm asking assistant, hey, you act as a scrum master role and provide the best practices. How that best practices are useful in the product backlog to the sprint closure activities. Okay, I am asking provide it in the tabular format, not in a sequential text format. Let's see. So each, I'm asking the category from the product backlog to the sprint closure. I have asked in the prompt. Okay. So this I want it for the my agile project management. I want information in the tabular format. What is the best practice and how the best practice is useful? Okay. So so this is about the sprint review and retrospective and closure. And these are the sources it has provided. And also I'm asking, it also upfront it has given the Agile practice guide. See here. So this Agile practice guide is available in the PMI knowledge base, and it is available to the members. So I can able to log in and get particular this particular practice guide, because it was searched into this particular document and provided this particular information. Okay. So this is about crafting our own prompts in a right way, so that you can get the right information from the AI assistant. Okay. So the next is, let's switch over to the deck. So far we are how we can explore with the AI assistant we have talked about. And then let's switch over to the how we can review this given information. Okay, GenAI response. So in this one, in this PM Infinity assistant, so review is always key in any of the GenAI assistant, but we need to very cautious on the key elements specific to this particular the PM assistant. So what I the imagine is, one is assurance. Okay, it has given certain information, it has given the sources, it has given the articles information, but your job is to whatever the prompt that you have fed it to the AI assistant, the information that you are looking at, so what are the response that you have received is relevant to the need or not, that you need to check. And then you need to see content, you need to review the content. Okay, and then generated categories, what are the categories it has generated, and is there any additional is required that you need to take. What are the category and the information related is appropriate or not, that you need to check. Okay, template formats. Suppose you ask some the template whatever it was given the correct format or not, that you need to check. In checklist review, suppose you ask the assistant to provide certain checklist to the creators one particular plan. Then what are the checklist it was given? Sometimes one statement may not be relevant, that you need to check. You need to make, that's your job, is to make an assurance. Okay. The next is customization. What are the information it has given the, okay, it has given some kind of generalized and authenticated source, but it may not be accurately fit to the your need. So you are the person to understand your need, and you got the information. Now you need to customize what are the response you got and fine tune your plan, and you can the present it. Okay. Customized response. Suppose some information it has given, but you are not satisfied. You need to, explore with the assistant and get the additional information. Okay. The first two things are customized responses. Okay. It has given certain information. You can customize that response. You can reuse it. The second one is it has given certain templates, formats, and you need to customize it. The third one is chain of thought. You need to keep on, the brainstorm with AI assistant, get the relevant information, get the information as much as possible, and see that one that is, matching to your need, and customize it and use it wherever it is need. So this is how we need to, strategize and the given responses and customize, we can use it. But you have to provide right information to the assistant, then only you will get the right output. Otherwise, the information is inappropriate and inaccurate, and the buzzword is hallucination. Okay, you will get. This is about the review and readiness of the response that you have got from the PMI Infinity. Okay, so they are the screens that I have given, and I am publishing in the article as well. Finally, what we are going to achieve out of this PMI Infinity is basically PMI Infinity, your AI powered PM coach. The key takeaway is, so you can use GenAI technology in the project management. So far we have seen in the technical field only, and you can see it in the project management as well. How we can improvise your solutions to your day-to-day challenges using this PMI AI coach. Okay, so if you are a PMI member, you can very well use it. It doesn't have any kind of tokenized limitation. Okay, you can do a number of questions. You have seen so much content it is generated, and it has given the authenticated sources from the PMI library. Okay, so this is another new dimension of working in the project management, and how you can create effective avenues of solutions to your challenge, or effective way of getting information related to any of the industry. Okay, let it be. So whether it is a retail or hospital, healthcare, or any of the finance domain management. Okay. So that's all I have from this particular session, and I'll catch you in the next assistant. Might be related to the technical fields. More or less, it is a combination of agile and technical field. Okay, so thank you. You can go through my blog and find out the information that I have explained over here, so that you can watch the session as well whenever you want. Okay, thank you once again. Take care. Bye.